Hello, today I'm going to show you how to make our Align Design with Emphasis project. This is one of my finished examples, and as you can see here, this line in the middle is what the emphasis is on because we can see it clearly. All the other lines are black, but our eye is drawn to that blue line that's right in the middle, and that's emphasis, when one thing stands out from the rest of the crowd. So that's where our eye looks first. So the first step is to create a line with emphasis, and you can do any kind of line that's going to go across your page. See, on this one I did kind of a wavy line. On this sample I did a curved line. The possibilities are endless. Probably not a spiral because it's not going to move across your page, but any line. So first of all, you're going to need a piece of paper. And with that paper, you're also going to use a black marker. And you're also going to need at least one color of marker as well. So we're going to use markers for this, not pencil. And the first step is to have your paper going horizontal. That means left to right. You don't want it going up and down, which is vertical. So horizontal. And you're going to take your black marker and draw a line from the left side of the paper all the way to the right. Any kind of line. It could be straight, curved. I'm going to do kind of a wavy line. But you could choose a different line if you'd like. So it has to go from one side of the paper to the other. All right, the next step is to take any color that you'd like. I picked orange. And you're going to surround that line with a color. So by surround, that means you're going to draw that color underneath and above. So I'm going to start with underneath. You can see if you miss a little spot like I've done, you can go back and fill it in. So we're surrounding the color, that line with that color. So underneath, and then when I'm done with going underneath, I'm going to make it go above as well. And fill in any spaces you might have missed before you go on. Okay, now I'm going to go above. And then after you finish, you can go back and fill in any little gaps that you missed. So now this is being surrounded by that color. The next step is to take your black marker. You're not going to use the color anymore, so just put it away. You're only going to use a black marker after this point. And I'm using a Sharpie, but you can use any of your washable markers at home. A lot of my black markers here are dry, so I'm using my Sharpie that's pretty new that works well. So you're going to draw some lines to divide these other areas into 6 sections. To do that, you're going to draw 2 lines at the bottom. So these lines are going to go from your emphasis line to the bottom. So that makes 1, 2, 3 at the bottom. And then 2 lines at the top. So they're going to go from the line to the edge of the paper. So now, if we count these sections that I've made with those lines, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sections of my paper. Now, on each of these sections, as you can see, what we're going to do is draw a different line pattern in each section. So we want a variety. Variety is one of our art words. Variety means different. We want a different line pattern in each section. So for example, if you do zigzags in one section, you can't do zigzags in another. You got to be creative and come up with a new design. And these also have to be lines. Remember, a line's a mark that moves in a direction. So you can use anything that becomes a line. Here I use dotted lines. And if you wanted to use instead of dots, use shapes or letters, you could, as long as they're moving in a line. So I'm just going to start with this section right here. And I'm going to think of a type of line. I'm going to do a curly line. And I'm going to do that curly line all the way across. But then I have to fill in this whole section with a pattern of curly lines. So I'm just going to repeat that. Or I could do a pattern of 2 lines. I could do curly line, straight line, curly line, straight line. That would be okay too. Now I want to fill this up all the way. Don't forget to get these little spaces here on the edge. Don't leave that blank. Okay, so that first section is filled. Notice I also went diagonal, so you can have a variety of directions. We don't want all the lines going the same way. So if you look at this one, you can see that some of my lines are vertical, some of them are diagonal, and some of them are horizontal. Okay, so I can't do this type of pattern again. Maybe on this one, I'm going to draw curved lines. And I'm going to repeat the curved lines. Or I could have done curved wavy lines. There's lots of different ways you can do this. So many different possibilities of combinations of line patterns. You are line designers today. If you look at it, it kind of looks like an optical illusion. It looks like this is round and three-dimensional. The reason that's doing that is because these are kind of getting bigger as I go out, and I'm curving them, so it makes it look round. Make sure you get all the way to the top and do your best. I want to see good craftsmanship, so take your time to do your best. Don't be in a rush. Okay, I'm going to keep on going till I fill these up. Now, I'm not going to show you me filling all these up. I'm going to show you one more because I want to show you how you can create an optical illusion. So let's say I'm going to make a line that goes like this. Okay, now I'm going to repeat this line over and over again. And when I do that, I'm just going to try to do it as close as I possibly can, going in and out. Now, as you do this, if you do this carefully and slowly, it's going to start to change. And as it changes, it's going to create an optical illusion. So if I start back here, see how I can't go in there very much? I'm just going to go in a little bit and then I come back out. Also, when you get to here, it's kind of like you're going to imagine it's a train going through a tunnel. You're going to stop and you're going to continue. So I imagine we come back in here, stop, and then come back around. So don't just leave those spaces empty. Fill them up too. So I'm going to come back here just a little bit. I'm going to imagine it's going to come back this side and go around. So if you keep on doing this, you'll create what's called an optical illusion. Optical means eye and illusion means trick. So it's a trick of the eye. Your eye might really think that something is moving when it's really not. All right, see that kind of has a wavy effect to it. So I would keep on doing that till I filled this section up. Oh, I can't go very far. All the way. That looks really cool. I like it. All right, you get the idea. I'm almost done, but I'll go ahead and quit there. But you can see how it looks like it's kind of moving across the page. I have one similar to that right here. So it looks like it's kind of going up and down. So you can try that out on yours if you'd like. I could fill up a little bit more here, but you get the idea. So each section, you're gonna take a black marker and draw a different line pattern until you filled up all 6 sections. When you're done with your line design with emphasis project, like this one's done, you're gonna take a picture of it and you're gonna post that picture in your Seesaw assignment for the line design with emphasis project. I can't wait to see all the line designs you come up with. Use your creativity. Remember, don't just copy mine. I love it when you can come up with some ideas that I didn't think of. So I can't wait to see what you come up with. Bye.